can do any shape. I mean, if you're, you know, if you're pretty good at drawing, there are lots of different shapes you could do here for all different holidays, really. This one we just did a really simple bunny shape, and as you can see, it's about 3.5 inches tall and 1.5 inches wide, and it's got kind of that wide body, and then the head, and then those tall ears. Cute. So that's kind of the general shape, and we just cut this out of cardstock, so we could reuse it, you know, a couple times.
Perfect.
So we just take some white craft felt, and this you can just get at the craft store, really anywhere.
Great.
You could, if you have really sharp scissors, you could, you know, fold this over and then cut 2 at a time, but I wanted to get a really nice clean cut, and these scissors probably aren't like the very best. So for what we're gonna do first is we're gonna trace it with a pen, and you could also use a pencil, but it's kind of hard to see if you use a pencil. So I'm gonna use a pen, and we're just gonna trace around the bunny here.
Oh, so you don't even really need a thick line, just super simple.
Yeah, I mean, you just need a guide of where you're gonna cut. And we're gonna do 2 of these because we have a back and a front to our finger puppets, so.
Oh, of course.
And actually, it's nice to line it up to the edge like that, because then it saves you a cut.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah. So, so as you can see, I just started to cut out this bunny, and I actually pre-cut a couple just to save a little bit of time.
Good.
So you're gonna have the 2 bunnies here, the 2 bunny shapes, and then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna make the face features. So for this, we have 2 different pens. You can use like a fabric pen or like a paint pen, but you could also just use regular pens. Sometimes it's hard to find really fine tipped paint pens or fabric pens. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna first draw kind of a round black eye. And then with the pink, we're gonna draw kind of an upside down triangle to give it that cute little bunny nose. Cute. And really, I mean, if you know, you could, if your kids are helping with these, if they're for favors, like they might want to make some other shape. You know, I'm sure my 7-year-old boy would make like some kind of monster bunny or something, which is just fine.
It's kind of like on Halloween with jack-o'-lanterns.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Great.
They can kind of make them how they want if they're participating. Great. So then you have the face, and so then all we need to do next is just glue these 2 together. We do need to be careful though, because when we put the glue around the edge, we want to make sure we leave this bottom part open so that the finger can go in.
Oh, good point.
So we're just gonna do it around the edges here and not on that bottom piece.
Okay, great.
So
great. Adorable.
So yeah, so I glued it together just around the edges.
Great.
I'm not gonna stick my finger in yet because it's still probably a little warm, but all we have to do left is to make the little ears. And so for that, we take some pink felt, and we're just gonna kind of eyeball it, but we're gonna make little like petal shapes. So
okay, good. Again, nice and easy. Doesn't have to be perfect.
And again, err on the side of larger so that if you need to kind of crop them down, you can. So just kind of little petal shapes. See, like that one was a little big, so I'm gonna, you know, trim it down a little bit. There's no, you know, there's no perfect shape. You just kind of want it to fill in a section of the ear, but you still want to be able to see the outside of the white, you know, kind of like there. It's just kind of in the inside. So something like that, and then we're gonna cut another. Oh, and I think I actually have a couple ready here. So, and then we're just gonna glue those on. We're gonna do a thin line. Sometimes it's hard with the glue gun to get a really thin line. It doesn't need too much glue, just a little tad to make it stick on. And you can use your pencil or pen as well, you know, so you don't burn your fingers off.
I love this pencil tip. I never thought of that. Yeah.
There's so many things you can do with a pencil. Like the end of the pencil eraser is a great like stamper, like to make little round stamps. So there's so many fun things. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna stick that on. And there you go. And then you have your cute little finger puppet. I'm not going to stick my finger in that yet because it might still be warm, but this one is done. And
adorable.
Yeah, and that'd be cute for 2 little twin boys to play with those together, right?